Well, good Thursday morning to everybody. We're waking up to a little bit of dustiness snow, but it's cold enough and damp enough outside. I don't think I can keep my hands straight to do the video. Or steady, I should say. So we're indoors today. Matthew 24. We're reading through it, and we've read similar passages in some of the other Gospels. And Jesus is just explaining what the environment will be like for his return. There's a bit of, there's a bit of prophecy here about the destruction of Jerusalem, and then there's about the atmosphere of his return. And we often concentrate on some of the really bad stuff that's going on with the nations, all the nations hating us because of Christ in us. Yeah, there's that persecution where all the nations turn against us, and then later on, just before Jesus returns, with all the disasters, natural disasters that will be occurring at the same time. And so in hidden, I shouldn't say hidden, but just tucked in this prophecy, there's a little note where he says that as the nations hate us and move against us, we will be occupied with the joyful assurance. We will be occupied with proclaiming the joyful assurance of the kingdom to the nations and demonstrating the power of the kingdom. So we will be steady. There won't be panic. There won't be fear. There is no panic. There is no fear. If there is, there's a brokenness in the relationship we have with Christ, and that should be a sign for us that there could be a problem there. We're not to fear the nations. We're not to fear persecution. We're not to fear everything that's going to happen. We're told that as the nations turn against us, there will be a falling away, and we've seen that. There might be more to come, but we have seen that. We have seen those who are being distracted by the world, those who are, I guess, whose relationship did not go very deep with the Lord, and their soil was not cleared of stone, and so the roots didn't go down deep. Roots have nothing to do with time. It has to do with relationship. So even if you've been a preacher for 20 years, if your roots haven't gone down deep, when the pressure comes on, man, you're gone. It's as simple as that. It's like what Jesus was saying with the if shepherds are not true, then when the enemy descends upon the sheep, the shepherds will run. And that's just, yeah, that's how it is. But because we have the relationship that we have with Christ, then we will be occupied with proclaiming the joyful assurance of the kingdom and demonstrating its power, even in the face of the worst of persecution. That's just like, wow. And then Jesus gives a parable concerning the faithful servants, the master who's gone away from the house and returning home to find his servants being occupied with the tasks that he gave to them, and then what he will do with those who weren't faithful, who thought that he wouldn't return. And so they started to abuse other servants, and they start partying and wasting the master's resources and such. And he said they will be thrown out with the other pretenders. So servants who forget their place, servants who forget what they're supposed to be doing, will be considered pretenders and thrown out. But in this, there's a lot of negative stuff that's happening here. But I grab hold of these nuggets that are just like, yeah, like we're going to make it, because Jesus said this is what we're going to be doing, and we're going to make it. We're not going to be fearful. We're not going to be running away. We are going to be standing in these things and just proclaiming the truth and demonstrating the truth, demonstrating the power of the kingdom. That's what we get to do. Yeah, it's fantastic. That's what we get to do. So you guys be blessed today. Be encouraged. Be engaged. Stand your ground. Be joyful. um, just stand in that assurance that Jesus is ours and all the promises are ours. And yeah, we see the shifting that's starting to take place, that has been proclaimed and declared, and we sense it, and it's fantastic. So, talk to you soon.